Okay, we also have a great and interesting topic today. It's not about COVID, but how to collect information. So today we will start with passive information gathering. As I mentioned before, we have two um, techniques, okay, or two roads that you can follow in order to collect information about the target. And these roads are passive information gathering and active information gathering. Passive information gathering, yeah, it's very, very important, very, very interesting because we collecting data about the target without direct interaction. So we rely here on search engine, for example, social media, leaked information using advanced Google query, using Pestpin, using Spy Cloud, using Intelligent X, using Dhashed, and so on. It's a great resources which gonna provide you with information about the target company, but without direct interaction. So we're not gonna, appear in the picture. Okay, so yeah, passive information gathering, it's very, very important skill. And if you're going to become a red team member, mostly you will rely on passive information gathering because as a red teamer, you don't want to set, or fire any alarm, for example. So you need to camouflage your activity, for example, and you could achieve that using a passive information gathering. Active information gathering, on the other hand, we have a direct communication. I did a red team before, and I did something strange. I had a job interview with a target company. So they looking for an IT specialist, and I applied as an IT specialist, and I got the job. And I'm acting like a spy in the company. Doing some internal reconnaissance, try to communicate with different department and share this information with my red team operators and so on in order to conduct a successful penetration testing. And here we actually testing the HR process because in any company, when you want to apply for a job, for example, the HR is starting, an HR process or review process. And the HR review process, they will, ask for a fingerprint, for example, a crime record from the police department, for example, any reference from other job. Some companies are asking for your I score, for example, if you already got a loan and you didn't pay your loan or your credit card and so on, in order to have a candidate or have a colleague with good credibility, for example. And also HR, they giving kind of watch list, for example, to the SOC team in order to, make the SOC people spot any malicious activity. For example, I have a vacation, for example, and when you go to vacation, you don't need to access your email through a VPN and so on because, yeah, it's already your free time, for example, and the HR must hand it this information to the SOC team, for example. And we check, yes, there is a lot of people on vacation right now, so we can try to access their email address, credential, and so on. And yeah, the SOC people, they didn't aware if those people are on vacation or not. So in red team activity, as I mentioned, it's very, very important. You don't try to find all the weak point, all the vulnerability, rather than you have an objective and you doing your best in order to uh, complete the task and achieve, your goals and so on. So yeah, that's why red teaming is very, very interesting. As I mentioned, yeah, you can do some active reconnaissance. You can also pick a phone call, pick your phone and, call someone from this company pretending you are an HR or pretending you are a third party and offer some service. And they can start and reply back with some information regarding what is the service or what is the technology that's already in place. So maybe you are going to pretend that you are a company that offer a web application firewall solution. And maybe, if the other guy on the phone, he can said, for example, hey, I don't need your web application firewall because I already have one. And you can ask politely, hey, what is the WAF you currently use? I can also give you, some tips and insight regarding the product you have. what is this product in Gartner diagram right now, and so on. And he can politely pretend, hey, I have F5, so I don't need any support because F5 vendor already support me. We have the latest patch, latest update, and this information it's really valuable because now you need to develop your payload to bypass the web application firewall, especially F5, for example. So information gathering, it's art. Okay, so you can do it using a passive techniques. You can also read in newspaper from competitors' website, for example, using hacking search engine like Shodan or Census, Intelligent X, and so on. And don't worry, I will cover everything in today's lecture. So passive information gathering mean collecting data without direct interaction with the target. And I'm sorry if I'm typing any word wrong here. Active information gathering, so collecting data with direct interaction. So you can use here indirect interaction, phone calls, for example, job interview, or you can ask politely the company what is the technology you use, and so on. But in passive information gathering, you can check LinkedIn for what's the technology they use, for example. You can check search engine for what's the data leaked, and so on. So we're focusing today on passive information gathering. So that we are going to cover. Okay, so your best tool for passive information gathering will be, the search engine. Okay, so I have very, very powerful tool, and this tool, as I mentioned, is called search engine. We have Google, we have Baidu, we have DuckDuckGo, we have Yandex, we have I said Yahoo, I believe. We have Bing. What else? So AOL. Okay, it's another Chinese search engine, and Yandex it's a Russian search engine, and Google, Bing, and so on. It's an American-based search engine. We have also DuckDuckGo. It's a search engine that you can use for dark web, and you can also use DuckDuckGo for gathering data without leaving any trace online. So here in Google, I have a good scenario here. So I'm gonna search for hacking for dummies. It's very, very popular book in cybersecurity. And really, I don't recommend this book because it's outdated right now. So if you check, it's from 2013. So yeah, most of techniques here, yeah, it is still can add to you, but I believe, there is no interesting module in this book right now. So hacking for dummies, I'm searching for this book. And as you see, I got a huge number of results. I got 9,340,000 result from Google. And as you can see here, we have Amazon, we have dummies. So these the websites that contain the hacking for dummies word here. We have Internet Archive. It's a great source, which I'm gonna introduce later. We have O'Reilly, we have AquaWeb, we have Goodreads. So we have a good number of result actually. And you can search for anything. So if you're interested in Tesla or InfoSec 40C, so InfoSec 40C, and hit enter, and you can find some information on the internet. Here is their main website. It's called school.infosec40c. They have another website called InfoSec, another domain, YouTube page, LinkedIn page, Twitter page, Facebook page, Trustpilot page, and so on. In search engine, you can search for images, which can give you some information. Maybe you can find technology, a screenshot from one of their colleagues' device, for example, and so on. News, so you can check if InfoSec 40C appeared in any news. And as you see, yes, indeed. And you can click on more, you can check maps, maybe you can find the location. And I'm going to show you, how to use Google Maps and Google Earth later. You can also check books if there is any book related to InfoSec for to see. And as you see, yes, there is some books. Not all these book is related to InfoSec for to see, but Dr. Muhammad Atif, he is already author for multiple, books. As you see here, you know, there is some information about the people answer the question about this one. And we have Dr. Muhammad Atif from InfoSec. You can check also flight or finance, and yeah, this can give you a lot of useful information about the company situation. So search engine, it's very good start which you can use, but I'm not interested in using search engine alone. I'm gonna give you a good tip. Let me show you. So we're searching now for hacking for dummies. And search engine really have a very powerful tool that we can utilize with search engine. And this tool called Google Advanced Query. Some people said Google Advanced Search, other people said Google Docs and so on. But Google Advanced Query, it's like a query language that we can use with Google search engine to get better result. So as you see, it's a generic term. I'm searching for anything with hacking for dummies. And yeah, totally, I got information. Maybe it is not related to hacking for dummies, but if I'm interested in this specific name, I can wrap it between double quote. And double quote actually mean here, okay, I'm telling Google, hey, please, I need you to get any result with this specific code, hacking for dummies. So anything with other name, hacking, or dummies alone, yeah, skip it. I need hacking for dummies exist in the search result. I can now hit enter. And as you see, I get more specific results. So I got 247,000 result. And all this result is related to hacking for dummies itself. But if you're interested to find hacking for dummies in Amazon.com, you can set a filter like site column Amazon.com. And actually here, I'm telling Google.com, hey, please, I need hacking for dummies. Okay, so looking for this string and be specific. I'm looking for this string in one website called Amazon.com. So please, if there is any result related to hacking for dummies in a different website, please ignore it. Please ignore it. Okay, so I'm focusing here on hacking for dummies, specifically from Amazon.com. And as you see, yes, we get 1,100 results. So yes, Amazon, 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 blah, 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 blah. Let me, move down. As you see, we keep getting result from Amazon.com. So where is the other website? There is no other website. Why? Because Google understand you searching for this keyword or this string in this specific website, Amazon.com. Okay? And that's really interesting. So I can also type minus. So I can type minus. And why? Because here I'm telling the search engine, please, searching for hacking for dummies in all websites except Amazon. So I'm using this for exclude. So I'm excluding this website from the result. And as you see here, we get more result, this time from O'Reilly, AquaWeb, Google Books, Bernice Sandoval, Amazon. But this website, see, it's Amazon what? IN, right? And this website, Amazon.sa. anyone can telling me why we still get results from Amazon with different TLD?
Because we have given .com, where we in result we are getting .sa. So that's the
Exactly.
difference.
So you can now add Amazon dot in and minus Amazon dot sa, but I believe it's really hard to type, right? So instead of .com here, I can replace com with star. So I'm telling the search engine, hey, I'm searching for hacking for dummies, and exclude any Amazon as a secondary domain, and the TLD with anything. So if it's .wiz, .n, .sa, .uk, .fr, .eg, .org, yeah, just ignore it. So star or wildcard, okay, the search engine will understand that we excluding all the TLD belonging to this specific domain. Okay, clear now?
Yeah,
Okay,
clear, Hisham.
perfect. So we have 225 results. So let's try to apply now this query, and we get less result, right? And yeah, we can now check. Yeah, where is Amazon.nl? Where is Amazon.in? Where is Amazon.sa? Yeah, there is no Amazon with different TLD, right? Or as I mentioned, SA, it is not a TLD. Okay, SA for Saudi Arabia, it means CCTLD, country code top level domain. Okay, so don't worry if you don't understand what is the difference between TLD or CCTLD right now. We are going to cover this topic in the DNS. Okay, but now what I'm telling the search engine that I'm looking for hacking for dummies in every website except Amazon.anything. So what if you want to find a PDF for you? You can simply type file type and file type as an operator telling the search engine that I need a specific extension. So you can type file type column or ext for extension. So you can feel free to use this one or this one. Okay. So ext for extension and file type also for the file type. And let me hit enter. And now all the result, as you see, it's a PDF. It's a PDF file. So if we open any link here, we got the book. But as you see, yeah, we have the title Hacking for Dummies, but it's not the actual book here. Okay, so let me try to open this one. It has the image of the book. And yep, we got the 5th edition of this book free. So yeah, that's very, very interesting. So search engine, it's very, very powerful tool. But I know there is a question in your mind right now, and I will ask this question on behalf of you. Okay, so can we use this query, this advanced query to find a vulnerability and find leak data? Who can answer this question?
Yeah, we can use some of the Google Docs. Using that, we can find if there is any data which is being open to all.
Exactly. So I will give you one more.
Sir, we have also exploit DB database.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, the website. Okay, but let me show you something here. You can from the main page of Google, you can click on setting, and from setting you can click advanced search. So setting from the main page of Google, click advanced search, and here you can build your own search query if you don't remember all the queries that we covered. Okay? So you can now type all this word, exact word phrase as hacking for dummies, as we said before, any of these, none of these, number ranging between. You can also add language. You can also add region. You can add last update. You can type site or domain, term appearing, file type, and so on. So yeah, you are totally have the power to craft your search. But I will show you great website. It's called GHDP, Google Hacking Database. And this website from exploit-dp, the people, they have a great exploit database that we really can use to use our vulnerability and so on. And as you see, it's a query created by a community. And yeah, they're searching for a backup file, for domains, for open server misconfiguration, credential text, Zoom meeting passcode. That's interesting. Okay, SSH configuration. But I'm a hacker, so I'm gonna search for SQL error, and let me copy this query here and paste it. Right? So if we read the query, we're searching here for, in URL. So we're searching for something in the URL, especially PHP. It's a PHP parser with ID parameter. And yeah, there is an error that be echoed back in the website, right? You can really change this parameter. I will show you how, and you can add any site you want, for example. So let's check the first website. Okay, yeah, it's vulnerable to SQL injection. So now we can hack into this website and dump its database. Yeah, that's how the website actually work. And here is the search. I can add a single quote and press enter. And let me see if there is no error. No, there is no error here. But the problem with ID parameter, so let me go with one. Yeah, it's still vulnerable to, SQL injection. That's why. So yeah, they are vulnerable to SQL injection. So we can use this vulnerability. Let's check another website. It's government.ai. I believe it's Australia. What CCTLD AI stand for which country? Angola. Yeah, that's interesting. It's African country. So they are vulnerable to SQL injection. The government of Angola. Yeah, it's called government of Angola. That's interesting. We have, NSS College. It's also vulnerable to SQL injection. And as you see, we have a plenty of website vulnerable to SQL injection. That's really bad. That's really bad. So I can now remove this specific parameter. So I'm looking now or telling the search engine to find all website with all parameter vulnerable to SQL injection. And yeah, we have more results. We have 3,790,000. But as you see, most of this website is for, helping people to resolve this error because we're searching for this specific string here. So I can add site column and the site I'm interested in, but here I'm going to type sitestar.eg. So I'm telling the search engine that I'm searching for all the website with EG, CCTLD, vulnerable to SQL injection. And we got 5 results. So yeah, that's interesting. Cairo University, Al-Azhar University, and this is rent office. So yeah, let's see the Cairo University in Egypt. Oh my God, they are vulnerable to SQL injection. So now you can, manipulate, the result, right, in their database. And yeah, that's a part of the knowledge. You can change EG, and sorry, we can type US for United States, and we have 45,000 website. So, Dennis, do you know any of these websites? Watermail.us, do you know this website? Do you know any website of
No, I
this?
don't actually.
Oh my God. Yeah. We have yes, I'm listening.
No, I don't recognize any of them actually.
Okay. So I will show you later how also to, apply this knowledge in bug bounty hunting. It would be interesting. PK for Pakistan, if I believe Nouri, right? So government of Pakistan, it's vulnerable to SQL injection. Student information system, I don't know what is this. It's education. So yeah, this is. Do you know what's this website, Nouri? You said you're from Pakistan, right? Armed Force Institute. Oh my God. So yeah, I must go back right now. Or you can simply type, the website you are interested in. Okay. Let me show you another interesting query. You can type SQL injection parameter list, for example. And you can type site column github.com. I'm searching for a GitHub result. Yeah, top 25 parameter. So let me show you something interesting. As you see here, we have the top 25, parameter in SQL injection. As you see here, it's an XSS, server side, LFI, local file inclusion, SQL injection. So you can search for ID parameter, page parameter. So this is, injection point that the attacker always search in every website to hunt for an SQL injection. So you can type now, question mark, page equal, dir equal, search equal, category equal, and add. You have an error in SQL syntax, for example, because I'm lazy person, so I'm gonna go back. And instead of ID, you can type what? You can type dir. So you still have another parameter vulnerable to SQL injection like dir. We can check also page. So let's go with page. Page equal. And yeah, we have also more result, right? And the website you gonna hunt for SQL injection in, you can type site column and so on. So you can type site column star.eg. So I'm searching now for a website in Egypt, still, Cairo University. So I can go with dir. Yeah, there is no website in Egypt vulnerable with SQL injection in dir parameter, but we can type US. So let's check. US have a great numbers of website. That give us a high chance to find the vulnerability in no dir. So let's check page. Yeah, we still have a website, but less website. So yeah, that's the art of finding data. You can really rely. You can type, for example, email, and you can find some useful information. And I will check you something interesting like, Nessus. So, Nessus is a vulnerability scanner that could be utilized by people. And as you see here, we have in title report, we're searching for Qualys, Aconetex, Nexus, Netusparker, and Nmap. So yeah, I'm searching for a vulnerability scanning report. And sometimes you can find something interesting, okay, online. So we have this guy here having an SS scan report published online. And that's my endpoint telling me there's something malicious. Yeah, I'm taking the risk. Yeah, the file is not found here. That's bad. Um, let's check this assurance activity report for Nessus. And yeah, they have something, a PDF file with attack meter. So Microsoft, but you need to go and read this data and filter it carefully. You can check HTML page, HTML report related to Nessus. Yeah, he's thinking that I'm not robot. I'm robot, but I'm not robot, man. Parkland College, is it a USA website? Parkland?
Can't you with the website click use the right click and inspect it and see the code that they're using and maybe possibly change that around?
Yeah, you can still play, but it will be, changeable in the client side, not in the server side. In the server side, you need to send the data, and this data will be stored on the server side. So when we came to web application module, I will show you how to exactly, apply this technique. But for now, as you see, this is an HTML result. And from this page, we can understand they have an IP address, 216, 125, 253, 104, and we have SSH is running, and there is some weak point and some CVE. It's medium, but it's very old vulnerability from 2004. And yeah, maybe they are vulnerable, maybe they are not vulnerable, but as I mentioned, we can use this information which can help us. What is the open port? What is the IP address? Okay, that's interesting. I can also check for invoice. Invoice, it's very, very fun game that you can find. Sometimes contain a lot of useful information. So here is a website called Yummy PS. I don't know what's PS. And see, it's forbidden. So they apply a security control here to actually hide this information. But I can show you something interesting. I can search for a website called archive.org, and it's simply take a snapshot from the internet and save, the page for, archive. And I can search for this invoice page, for example. Maybe I can find it and see before they apply the forbidden or applying a security control here. But unfortunately, yeah, they didn't archive this page before. So I know it's forbidden. I can also try to bypass it, but that's not the case right now. In web application module, I will show you how to bypass forbidden page and so on, or not authorized page. But yeah, let's check another website. Nope, there is no information here. This one, let's check this one. This is nothing interesting, but I can return back one directory, and yes, we have, an images here, and really I'm scary to open any image. But we have certificate, we have driver, and if we check driver, so here is open, here is demo, I don't know, certificate, so I don't know, and really I don't want to open any one of these. Yeah. Yeah, that's enough, I believe. We can search for index invoices, not upload this time. And QR bank, I don't know what is this bank, but I did open this one before. And as you see, we have some information. We have the name that we can really pretend or doing some spoofing here. Yeah, here is a previous balance, here is a payment, this mounted charges, for example, up to date. Yeah, we have the number, we have the amount due, we have the bill number. That's interesting information. Relationship number. Yeah, that's also we can use in phishing. Yes. I don't know what is Airtel, but I believe it's mobile company. If
Yeah, it's like they are into SIM card, that thing, Airtel network in India.
in India,
Yeah, it's in India.
yeah. So we can, I believe, we can use this data. So this is a ruble currency, right? I'm correct?
Yeah, it's rupee.
Rupee, not ruble. Yeah, ruble. It's for Russia. Yeah,
It's rupee, India.
yeah. Rupee India and ruble Russian ruble.
Okay.
Yes, yes. I'm just reviewing my information here regarding the currency. But this is a very interesting information. Really, you can dream, and this website can really assist you in your dream. Okay. So feel free to search about anything here. You can search for email address, backup file, configuration file, email address, maybe a SIM solution. So you can type ELK for Elastic or QRadar, Splunk dashboard. Yes, we have login for Splunk. So if there is a company using the Splunk and they publish their SIM solution publicly, that's really bad. Now you can try to enter um, you can enter and access their dashboard. Yeah, luckily we don't have any valid URL right now. Yeah,
Sir, I have a question.
yeah, sure.
Sir, what is Splunk?
It's a SIM solution. It's event collector, and you can use a SIM solution here to collect information and retain this information on a SIM console. Okay, it's like acting, for example, a centralized logging management service. So it's a device which collect data from different security control and endpoint for analysis. Okay, is that clear, Nuri?
Yes, sir, yes.
Yes, SIEM, Security Information Event Management. That's what does the SIM mean? Okay, Security Information Event Management. So yeah, this website is really great. I spend a lot of time using GHTP. You can also build your own query, and really, I'm encourage all of you to building query here. This is interesting. If there is a new vulnerability and you want to find, an endpoint, for example, vulnerable to this specific vulnerability, you can, use Google or using another search engine. So yeah, you can utilize all this resource in bug bounty, in your pen testing, collecting data, and so on. It gives you a lot of useful information about engaging the target. Okay, so we are going to cover.
So
Yes.
yeah, Hisham, like I have one small doubt. So some companies, organization, they used to keep honey point, right? Like a honey trap.
Yes. Yes.
So while using Google hacking database, so will we be get exploited by that kind of honey trap?
Let me show you something. Did you know
Yeah.
before about website called Honeypot?
No.
Okay, so yeah, we can take Honeypot before starting with Shodan, but in order to answer your question, this is a great website. It's called Honeypot,
Okay.
Honeypot.Shodan. You can put the IP address here, and this website will detect it as a honeypot or not.
Okay.
So you can give me an IP address if you're interested. We can type 21.80.80.12, for example, or .11. Yeah. I don't know this IP address. I'm just trying my luck.
Sir, I think Sans company use a honeypot. Sans.org.
Sans.org.
Yes.
Yeah, there is no available about this one, but yeah, could you provide me another IP address that you know?
Yes, when I scan with Nmap, there is 1,000 of ports open.
Okay, so let's try to check public honeypot IPs. Okay, and we can check one of these IP address. So we have, yeah, this is directory of malicious IP, but we need to get, a honeypot IP address. Honeypots. I can build my own honeypot, but I'm trying to check if there is public IP address. But so yeah, let's try to Honeypot. Yeah, let me do one more try. One more try. So let me get this IP address. I know this is a public IP address in Japan. So we can check with Honey score, and there is no information. If there is information about this IP address, it will start to change. The background will change into yellow. If the IP already in the database and is safe, it's not honeypot, it will change to green. Okay, so this website is very, very helpful if you doing some public attacking, but in real engagement, detecting honeypot, it's another art. Okay, so you can check how this device really interact with you. I recommend all of you go and check something called Queer. So Queer, it's a honeypot. It's a SH honeypot, and I recommend all of you go and play with. Just try to install it and see this honeypot really how to behave. But as you see here, it is a Queer configuration file. So once you hacked into this machine, you need to check this file if it exists or not exist. Do you understand me? So if you know there is, or if you find this is a file called queer.cfg, so you totally now understand you got trapped. Okay? Do you understand this concept?
Yeah, Hisham.
Yeah, so sometimes after hacking the system, you need to check a certain directory, for example, and this directory will give you indicator if this is a honeypot or not. Sometimes you can check the interaction using some scanning technique, see how the honeypot really behave, how he replied, any delay, any latency, for example. Can try to sending a misinformed package or misformed packet and see the response. Some honeypot can ignore this type, or not ignore, but he don't reply with an error. So you now understand, yeah, this is a honeypot. He's sending my information to another endpoint for analysis and so on. So yeah, we are going to talk about honeypot detection. So yeah, don't worry. But for now, you can simply check some directory. You can create a checklist with this file. So if you hacked into a honeypot, you need to check the file first. Create a bash script looping, or don't create a bash script because sometimes bash script doing some noise. I recommend to go and check this file manually using ls command and so on. And if you see something similar to this file, yeah, you got trapped. Okay? And all honeypot
Yeah,
have configuration file.
yeah. Got it.
Perfect. So I'm gonna click on Shodan here. And Shodan website, it's amazing website. Trust me, it's a very, very interesting open eye website. It's a search engine for hackers, and you can type any IP address, any domain, organization name, network range, location, for example, anything, okay? And it will give you this information. And you can also see here, you can search for city, you can search for country, HTTP title, network, range, organization, board, product, screenshot, state, and you can see a lot of filters. Okay, you can give it the time zone. Location is very, very interesting. So if you're searching, a computers in a certain location, for example, Shodan can give you this information. Okay. And yeah, we have view all filters we can use. You can go with more example. And really, I recommend to check this one. See Apache, we're searching for technology, host name, for example, SSL certificate. That's interesting to find subdomains and so on. Screenshot. And yes. Do you see something interesting here? Do you know what this line mean?
So common vulnerability exposure for country, I think they have mentioned France.
Yes, exactly. So you can check for a CVE in countries or organization. So imagine that there is a new vulnerability, like Move It, for example, and you want to hunt for Move It vulnerability. Okay, you're doing some bug bounty hunting or you're doing some red teaming, and you need to use this vulnerability to hack companies, right? You are a black hat hacker right now, and you need to use a 0 day or a vulnerability, existing vulnerability, in order to hack system and doing some ransom activity and so on. So the black hackers love this activity. So if they know there is a new vulnerability, they can using a vuln flag or vuln option and checking for a specific vulnerability. They already developed exploitation code or they have the exploitation code and they search for specific country, specific location, and they can do some, hacking all these IPs in the country, for example, or hacking all domains and subdomains in a specific company, asking for ransom or doing bug bounty hunting and so on. I know people's, make millions of dollars using this Shodan. But unfortunately, if you click on price, yeah, that's a quite expensive, $359 per month. So why I'm choosing a small business? Because small business, you will get the vulnerability search filter. So now you can use a Shodan to, check for a vulnerability in systems and so on. Okay. So let me go to Shodan again. And yep, that's my account. I can type, for example, org, organization, colon, Microsoft. And now I have all data related to this specific organization. We have 5,916,039 IP address related to Microsoft. You can click on view report to view a report. Yes, exactly. That's what it means. And you can click on this item here for filter. So if you're interested in vulnerability, yeah. So I can click on blue key, but yes, the problem here, I don't have a small business subscription. But if you have a small business subscription, you can find all the vulnerability, the CVE related to Microsoft company. Okay. So if you're interested in Tesla, you can type Tesla. You can click on view report. And yeah, there is no vulnerability in Tesla product. That's interesting. But we have multiple organization. We have, a lot of interesting ports. So you don't need to do some port scanning. So now we got all the ports related to Tesla. The products they use using a big IPs, using Nginx, using Cisco systems, Microtech. Here is a website title. So 404 is not found blocked. 404, you can check the archive.org if you remember. Maybe you can find something interesting. I can click on this one. Let me show you how. And I will open this web page. Yes, I will open on my risk. I can take this one, going to archive, try to access or see if there is any data related to this IP address. Nothing archived. That's bad. So yeah, I believe you got the idea right now. Operating system. So we have iOS, we have Ubuntu, we have Windows. We have some tags. That's interesting. VPN. So you can search for any leaked VPN credential, for example. We can do some brute force on dark web or darknet market or dark web market. You can find leaked VPN credentials sometimes. So that's a good way to hack into their VPN. Some fingerprint you can use and utilize with technology. Yeah, that's very fun. Let's check InfoSec for to see. Yeah, we don't have any results. That's great. I can check my bank, the TUBEG. The United Bank of Egypt. Yes, we don't have information. That's also great. We can check TUP. Nope. TUPG. Let me. Okay, so I need to copy the domain name. Sorry, I'm very lazy person. Okay. Let's just check. Yeah, there is no information about TUP, but we can do something interesting. We can type site column. Yeah, there is no information about this site. That's perfect. Okay. So let me go back to Tesla. Yeah, we can view a map. So that's really will help you to purchase some information if you want to purchase subscription. Browse images. So yeah, this can give you also sometimes a good information about, yeah, you need to have a membership. That's why. And you can use a filter here. So if you're interested in Tesla in United States, just click on United States here. And now you did apply a filter, country.us. So yeah, now we having a website or, information about Tesla, but based in US only. The BGP, the routing protocol. Yeah, we can click on BGP. So yeah, we have 6 routers here. Okay, using a BGP. You can click on monitor if you have a company and you want to monitor specific data. You can click on maps. That's also interesting, but yeah, you need to have membership. But what I'm interesting, let me go to Shodan. And from Shodan, let me, go with Explore. And Explore, here we have tags. So here is a popular search that the community use also. See Ethereum miners, Apple AirPlay, door lock access controller. Yeah, they are bad people who really use Shodan. Yeah, I click for see more, and people search for Seagate, safe road, variable message sign. I don't know what this mean, but electronic highway message sign. I don't know if they try to, hack the industrial control system, the lighting system, and so on, the traffic. Pfizer Japper, yeah, IP range, that's interesting. Autonomous, specific autonomous, telnet, open, Linksys camera. So let's check Linksys camera. Chinese or Japanese word, I believe. Malaysia, cloudsigware.com, fake web server, Honeypot. See? Yeah, Ramp, you will love this query. See, people here interesting in fake web server or honeypots. See, here is the Linksys webcams. I'm not gonna pick this one right now. Ram, you can see my screen, right? See?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they try now to check most web honeypot. They're using 2 web server. Okay. So that's interesting. You can now interact with any one of these. So let's take any of this IP address and check honey score. And see if honey score can detect it. Yeah, unfortunately not. But yeah, this could be a honeypot. And I believe yes. So let's check also this Linksys camera. So yeah, it's opening, but I don't know if there is a problem. I can click on view video. I believe this is the live screen, but yeah, it's not working. I can click on setup, and yeah, here's a credential. I can check this model. Let me show you something interesting. But here I am now having direct interaction. So once I open an IP address and start doing a direct communication, yeah, that's a direct interaction. A direct interaction. But viewing the result from Shodan, okay, that's a passive. So if you click on this result, for example, and start read the header, start read the technology, the port is open, the IP address, location, and so that's a passive information gathering. We don't have here direct interaction. The one who got all this information is Shodan, not us. Okay. So once you opening this UIP address here, it's a live or a direct interaction. But yeah, Shodan is very, very powerful. You can check Fave icon map. That's a great, great, great service from Shodan. Really, you can use it, this one, for a bug bounty hunting. Each image here represents a technology with a specific hash value, and you can search for this hash value through Shodan to check if they're using the same and the exact version. Okay, so yeah, this is great, great service. I'm really love it. So now you know. Here's all the people using this specific technology from the Fave icon hash. All you need to do is just, you know, find the image using GitLab, for example. If they're using Apache, here is Apache. If you click on Apache, yeah, we have 283,000 results, and you can now type organization, for example, you know, Tesla, and you can do some filtering for, you know, better hunting. Yeah, I believe there is. Let me check it one more time. Yeah. So daily search usage limit reach it. So I need to do or have a valid subscription. But yeah, I believe you got the idea from Shodan. Shodan also has a cheat sheet. So feel free to check any resource here. I believe it will give you interesting query which help you during your pen test.